Hello guys, welcome back to another edition of Rusty Person video, whatever. I'm not really in a good mood at the moment because I've been watching shitload of videos from Bruce Blitz, and obviously this is nothing to do with Bruce Blitz or whatever. I'm just having this moment in time about all these interviews that he's done and what I've been thinking about the WWE for the past of this year, since the beginning of this year. And then comes to Bray Wyatt in the situation he is in since his massive loss at Payback 2014. Now, the thing that really fucking pisses me off about this, guys, is that the fact that they build someone so fucking special that we haven't seen a build up this intense in a long time, especially in a Cena feud. I mean, the last time we saw an interesting Cena feud was obviously with CM Punk. That was literally the last time I saw Cena in an interesting feud. And this feud was absolutely brilliant with Bray Wyatt. I mean, it's kind of... The thing that annoys me, it's like WWE wants us to believe in Bray Wyatt, but at the very end of the day, they don't give a shit. You're like a piece of shit and they just tread on you. And they just shove it down right in your fucking throat, and they make Cena win as the fucking hero at the end of the day, which Bray Wyatt should have won. It was a match that Bray Wyatt was there to win. The build-up was brilliant, and it just fucking ruins Bray Wyatt completely. If you think about it in this way, if Bray Wyatt wins all of his matches of the next pay-per-views of this year, it's not going to matter because all that loss at Payback is going to mean it means more to Bray Wyatt's wins in the future, because that was probably the biggest feud in the history of Bray Wyatt's career, Husky Harris or whatever you want to call him. And then there's fucking John Cena. I respect John Cena as a person, but when it comes to the wrestling business, it is just fucking annoying that the fact that John Cena has to be on top all the fucking time, right? John Cena, he lost against Bray Wyatt of Extreme Rules. Okay, that was brilliant. But there's a difference between winning a match and winning a feud with John Cena. CM Punk won a feud against John Cena. But fucking Bray Wyatt, he didn't. I mean, the same with Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan didn't win the feud, even though he won him in one match. That was just one match. A feud is like 3, maybe 4 matches. And this fucking feud with Bray Wyatt and John Cena, it was, I'd say, all of it 100% brilliantly done because of Bray Wyatt's promos. That's pretty much it. Bray Wyatt's in-ring ability and also microphone work is just fucking brilliant. And I love Bray Wyatt. I love Bray Wyatt's work, and he deserves that win because the way his character and the way his charisma was building, it would have made more sense if he defeated the face of the WWE, turned him into this monster that Bray Wyatt thinks John Cena is, and then there you go. Bray Wyatt, he's a future champion. That is a big mark for freaking Bray Wyatt, and it's just ruined now. It's just ruined. The only thing that can save Bray Wyatt for this year, if he wins Money in the Bank, but which I highly doubt will happen, but there was a possibility that he might. Well, I wish, because Bray Wyatt is he's probably been the most impressive microphone worker and most impressive matchmaking person of this year. That's my opinion. But at the end of the day, unfortunately, Cena has to be the fucking hero of fucking everything, and it's really annoying. Like I said, I don't hate Cena. I just hate the fact that he has to win every fucking match. I mean, if it's for a build-up, fair enough. I mean, it's the same old shit, 5 moves to doom, attitude adjustment, etc. But when you want someone new, guy after fucking guy after fucking guy, right at the very end of the rivalry or the feud, whatever you want to call it, he just fucking wins because John Cena is like the fucking hero, and it just fucking pisses me off. But anyway, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, it's this, I'm not even gonna lie, fucking hell. I'm not blaming this on Daniel Bryan. I'm not blaming this on anybody. It's just I hate the fact that this has probably been the worst freaking title reign. I mean, it's not freaking Daniel Bryan's fault that he got injured. I mean, it was probably Kane from the tombstones on the chair, the floor, and the table. But I just hate the fact that Daniel Bryan worked his ass off to get to where he is now, right? He's so unlucky. He's like Sin Cara, who always botches and gets injured. They're very unlucky, and that's what Daniel Bryan's like with the title. He just freaking gets the title, has his moment, and then gets injured, and then we have to wait for like a few weeks for him to get better. I mean, he will compete at Money in the Bank. Well, hope he does, and which would make more sense because it's stupid. I don't know if you saw Raw, but Stephanie McMahon made a stipulation in Money in the Bank that if Daniel Bryan participates in Money in the Bank, he will face Kane, because obviously Kane has his championship rematch from Extreme Rules. And if he doesn't, then there'll be participants, I don't know who, for the Money in the Bank match, but for the titles. And I'm like, okay, there's no point calling it a Money in the Bank pay-per-view without the Money in the Bank briefcase. So I highly doubt they'll do that, but it'll be stupid if they do. But anyway, the thing is with fucking the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, I'm getting quite bored of it now. I'm not gonna lie, because I mean, at the first time we heard about it and what we saw from John Cena and Randy Orton when they first clashed for that title, it's not interesting anymore. They're trying to relive the past. They're trying to like recreate something that's already been done. I mean, like Chris Jericho when he won it against The Rock and Stone Cold on the same night. That is a historic moment. A mid-card guy back in the time, like in this time, a mid-card guy like Jericho comes in and beats the top dogs and wins both the titles. And then there's Randy Orton and John Cena for the two big titles. It means nothing because they've had so many fucking matches and so many rivalries. And if this was, I mean, if this happened sort of similar to how Jericho won it, it would have made it even more fucking interesting, because it's just, I just can't be asked. Separate the titles. I want bragging rights back. I want SmackDown versus Raw. I want Money in the Bank matches with 2 briefcases on the line. I don't want one. I don't want Hell in a Cell matches when you have a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view when you got one Hell in a Cell match. It's fucking pointless. What is the point? I mean, I don't like TNA, but when they do freaking what's it called? It's that pay-per-view when they have steel cage matches in every single match. It's not Bound for Glory. Bound for Glory is like that WrestleMania or something like that. But I'm just getting fed up with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and obviously WWE are not listening to the professional wrestling fans, because they just do what they want to do instead of the fans want. It's just fucking ridiculous. This is the problem with WWE. I'm going to give you a big example. Let's say if you go to a restaurant and you order, okay, I want a medium well steak fillet, yeah. You give and say, okay, thanks. They'll come back and give you a taco instead. That's what WWE's like. So let's say, take this. This is reality we're talking here. Batista, we didn't want him to win the Rumble. Clearly, about 95% of the fans there didn't want Batista to win. I think all of them didn't want him to win. They were chanting no and no and no, and then there's yes chants all over the fucking building. I don't care if you like Danny Bryan or not. It's a simple fact of WWE, and they'll treat you like fucking shit, and they'll bullshit all over you, and then they'll do the complete opposite of what the fans want. And it does not make any sense. And WWE is fucking failing right now. Believe it or not, that's why pay-per-views have been so good lately. Well, WrestleMania was good. It was historic. It was memorable because of the ending of the streak. A mid-card guy like Daniel Bryan becomes a undisputed champion. Extreme Rules. We have many moments. We have the return of the flaming table, the forklift, and more shit like that. Payback. We have a fantastic last man standing match with Bray Wyatt and John Cena. We have another fantastic match with Evolution versus the Shield. And now we have the Shield breaking up the next day after Payback on Raw. What the fuck is going on? But believe it or not, because ever since they lost that, I think it was $52 million, I mean like that. Don't ask me because I do not remember, or I do not know how he lost all that money. Well, Vince McMahon, but I'm not so. I do not know. I don't fucking know. But anyway, changes I would do. Okay. Cesaro is another example. What the fuck is going on with Cesaro? None of this is making any sense. He should have won the United States title. This is a Paul Heyman guy. The man who manages freaking Brock Lesnar conquered the streak at WrestleMania 30, and then comes Cesaro. You go for a title match with Paul Heyman with you as a manager, and you build up this United States title match and you lose. Yeah, I know, because the storyline wasn't that great. There wasn't a lot of what's the word for it? Sorry, charisma heading into the event, and it didn't really work out. And I just didn't. It wasn't that great, in all honesty. I mean, take Bad News Barrett versus Rob Van Dam. That match was good. I mean, I'm not gonna take. No, sorry. No disrespect to Cesaro or Sheamus. They actually put a pretty good match, which was quite surprising. But Cesaro should have won. Cesaro should have won that match. It would have made more sense. The title reign would have mean something. You know what I mean? Because he's a Paul Heyman guy. Also, change his fucking music. Change his music. Change his theme song. Change his Titron. It's absolutely shit. It's like there's a guy wearing like a very tight suit, walking like he's got ILS, which just means isolated lat syndrome, with fucking hip hop music with a horn in the background, and there's freaking like a very tons of funk colors on his Titron, which is really, really stupid. I mean, Bad News Barrett is getting a hell of a big push at the moment with the Intercontinental Championship. He's actually defending it. I mean, I know Sheamus is a fighting champion, but there's people booing Sheamus now. There's a lot of shit and problems going on with Sheamus at the moment. They don't know what to do. I mean, they'll probably give him another rematch with Cesaro, and Cesaro will probably win it this time for Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And hopefully, well, if that doesn't work out, then I want Cesaro to be in the Money in the Bank match, because I know Cesaro can do something great. I mean, he could probably do a swing and hit his opponent's head on the ladder or something like that. That'd be great. Alright, this is a part of, what is it? I think this is part of The Shield. The Shield, oh my fucking god, I've never been so excited for the next Raw. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. Seth Rollins, when he betrayed The Shield, it was probably like the most surprising moment. It was probably like one of the most surprising moments in history of WWE on Raw in a long, long time. Apparently the ratings went off the fucking roof because of that moment. And then there's freaking, I mean, now Seth Rollins, or Tyler Black, whatever you want to call him, he's now a heel, which is great. I'm looking forward to see what evolution or whatever's going on with Seth Rollins can do for the future of the WWE, and what's going on with not Seth Rollins. What's going to happen with Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose? Dean Ambrose, I can see him as a champion, definitely. There's a lot of people that say, oh no, he probably won't defend it like he did with the United States title, but thing is, he was with the Shield. He always did tag team matches with the Shield when he had the title in the first place. So don't blame Dean Ambrose. If he was a world heavyweight champion, I can see him like that. I can see him making promos look good. I can see him making good matchmaking moments, and he's very good on the mic. So I would recommend that to WWE. Obviously, if I was a writer for them, but they probably would say no. I mean, Roman Reigns is a big catch, really, in this. I don't know if that made sense, but basically he's like the diamond that shines in the Shield. You know what I mean? He's like the guy to like be the face of the WWE in the modern, or in the future. Let's just say that, because of what? Because of the physique. Because Vince McMahon loves bodybuilding, clearly. Then there's freaking the spear as an ultimate finisher, because many superstars like Rhino, Goldberg, Batista, Edge, You know, it's a finisher maneuver that everyone's like. There's a lot of people that have been using it for years, and it could mean a move to look up onto. Like, you know, Edge was famous because he did the famous like look on his face before he went for a spear, something like that. I don't know. And Roman Reigns is the biggest chance of getting a title in the future. We're not so sure. In my opinion, John Cena will leave. Will probably be in 2020, because why I think about that is I can see like John Cena leaving in a good moment in the beginning of another like a whole number of a year, if that makes sense. So basically a beginning of a new era, if that makes sense. So like you'll start from the beginning obviously on 2020. So it's like a whole number. New beginning, refreshments time, go. Roman Reigns, you're the man. I'm gonna leave this company. I've got enough money and I'm gonna quit. That sort of thing. And if Roman Reigns does become champion anytime soon, I'd fucking love it. But Roman Reigns is not my favorite of the Shield. Seth Rollins is. I really hope that there'll be a triple threat match one day. Well, there has been a triple threat match with Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins. But I want a good, decent triple threat match between them three, and I think that'll be absolutely fantastic. And another thing is, what's going to happen with Bray Wyatt? I do not know what's going to happen with Bray Wyatt, because like I said earlier in this video, I love Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt's character, his promo makings, his in-ring ability to like, he's a wrestler. Like usually when you see guys like Randy Orton or John Cena on the mic, they'll bore the shit out of you. Then you'd be like, oh no, it's just predictable shit, you know. I mean, no disrespect. Same with Undertaker. He'll come out every WrestleMania, like every year, to say, oh, for example, Daniel Bryan, you'll rest in peace. No, that sort of crap. I mean, I love Taker. I'm just saying it's just the same old. But anyway, Bray Wyatt is a guy that you have attention. Like he has a lot of attention and a lot of charisma for a heel. I mean, it's same with CM Punk. CM Punk was fucking badass on the mic, and so is Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt is a fucking genius when it comes to the mic. I mean, when he left as Husky House back in 2010, obviously because it didn't work out, he came back in 2000 and I think it was 2013, like quite mid 2013, since he was at SummerSlam last year. So about that time. And Bray Wyatt since then has had a massive impact. His first WrestleMania against the face of the company, that is bloody impressive. I mean, to a guy we all thought he was going to be absolutely nothing to the company, becomes like the biggest heel since Punk left. So I really hope Bray Wyatt comes back and finishes off the job with John Cena. I don't care if he has another match with John Cena at Money in the Bank. I want Bray Wyatt to win this rivalry, if obviously that happens. Because I don't know who will be facing John Cena. I don't fucking know. I mean, who's next? Randy Orton again? Fuck that shit. I don't want to see that. Fuck off. If John Cena's in the Money in the Bank, oh my fucking god, he better not fucking win it. Right. I will end it here, and I really do hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Obviously, if you're a professional wrestling fan like myself, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. And guys, I want to say two things. Number one, I want to say thank you for all the viewers that watched my live stream for Payback 2014. It was great. It was great talking to new people on social networkings on Google Hangout. But anyway, and the second thing is I will be live streaming Money in the Bank, the entire show. I'll do the pre-show first and then the whole show. So, okay guys, I'm signing out. Peace.